Okay, so we're back for another episode out of the Box podcast. This week has been a real busy one. I feel drained. I'm filming this on the Friday. I'm looking forward to the weekend. The weather is definitely playing a part here. I feel lethargic, low energy, lack of motivation, but I'll work my way through it and I shall persevere today. Okay, so this week we threw our first ever live event on the Wednesday. It was at Halt, which I'm going to dive into a bit more. In our book club on Thursday, we landed on, I think, one sentence that really describes what we're trying to achieve. And then also, I've been making a lot of stuff in Claude Code, and I believe I've built like a forecast cash flow stock sheet that can transform where we're going. Let me dive into, first of all, our first event. So on Wednesday night, we threw a watch along at Halt. So Halt is one of our venues for a claw machine. It is this old bus centre that's at the end of our street. It has potential to be a great venue. It has food vendors, it has a bar, and it has pool tables, and it has big screens. So on Wednesday for the Portugal-Congo and then England-Croatia game, we showed up. We tried to get people down, and it was a reasonable success. I think maybe there was like 30 or 40 people that came along, a lot of friends and family. We were able to get content out of it and make it look like a really great night. I think some team members internally maybe thought it was going to be like more people showing up, but I always thought it's hard to get people to like motivate in real life compared to just online and get down. It's kind of like a different style of marketing maybe is needed for that, or different campaign needed. I think overall it was a pretty good success, and what I would like to do now going forward is a few more of these, kind of compound it, because you can make something look really good on social media and then roll that forward into more events, and people will be like, oh shit, that last event looked really popping, and they'll come along to the next one. I think this is all part of a strategy where we're trying to build more brand and less like sales marketing, which is something I think I touched on it last week and the week before, but I've been going down like rabbit holes on stuff like that as I try and pursue kind of long-term brand awareness. So yeah, as part of the event you could get like free plays in the claw machine. We were selling boxes, and then we also did a couple of kicky up challenges, and then a sue challenge. So you had to get up and do the Ronaldo celebration. To be fair, there was a lot of people who were giving us some good energy, so I think it made for some good content. For me, I didn't really get involved too much in it, so it was nice to like sit back and really watch the team do it. And everyone played different parts, whether it was bringing down a ton of friends or whether it was, organising the night and organising what the activities were. So that was something worth celebrating. Next up, I want to talk about the forecast I've kind of been building. So for ages, we've always had problems with forecasting tools for stock. Like they've always been pretty crap. And we've got one that we were getting custom built, but it's been over 6 months in development. It just hasn't been where we wanted it to be either. So essentially this week I decided to go in and plug and play something within Claude, and I was able to build it pretty easy, and it was pretty good straight away, instantly. So from that point I decided that if I could have a stock planning tool that was linked to our sales prediction tool, that was linked to our cash flow tool, then all three could talk to each other, and essentially we would have a really, really good system. So that's what I've been working on this week, and it's been pretty good. It's like 70% of the way there. There's still a lot of refinement, but the minimum viable product exists. And so maybe it took me 2 days. Yesterday I lost my marbles a little bit on it because I felt like I was pushing fixes, and then it would like wreck some other part of the tool. So today I'm hoping to do a little bit more on it, and then maybe next week or the week after, it's really like the one source of truth and something that we use every day when we're making decisions. I think what it can help us do is stop overstocking, and then it should help us manage cash flow better as a result of that. And it can also kind of give us an up-to-date figure on where we think we're pacing for the year. Because previously we had all these things built in like sheets, but they wouldn't communicate to each other. So often they would not be dynamic and they'd be idle, and it would take someone to manually update them, which people weren't really doing either. So I'm intrigued to see how this plays out. And if it's really good, then it could be transformational. You could have an agent that sits at the top of it and gives advice, which would be really, really good. So yeah, I'm happy with where I've got with it. I just still think it needs to go that extra wee bit to be really, really useful. And then last thing I want to touch on is we started a new book in book club. It's, well, in senior book club, we've got a new one in growth as well, which I'm part of. But in the senior one, we're reading Simply Scaling, I believe it is. It's the one by Brendan McGurgan. It's like a 10-chapter book, and really it's a lead into their pitch for the ScaleX investment, or not investment, ScaleX program, which they onboard people onto. It's like a lead generator, I guess. And so we read the first chapter, which is about psyche and, you know, it's really about focusing on yourself. And so out of the back of that, I'm going to try meditation, because that's one of the things they like swear by. Other stuff I do, like focusing on my energy and drinking water and stuff like that. But I don't really do meditation. Guess it was maybe just like a younger thing and you like overlook it. But now with that in mind, I want to give it a go and see what it's like. So that's what did some yesterday for the first time. That was pretty good. So I'm going to keep trying to do it once a day. Another thing that came out of that was, when you're scaling, you need to have like a line that is your goal. So like obviously we have financial goals and we want to be like big and stuff like that, and we want to scale. But I guess we don't have like a one overarching goal. So I think our overarching goal will be to be the biggest sports retailer in the world. Now, that might seem like a moonshot goal when you say it. Essentially, we would have to beat Fanatics out and JD and, you know, other companies. Decathlon, I guess you could probably call a sports retailer. But I think it's possible. Like, I think, why not? Why can't you be the biggest sports jersey retailer in the world? Because it's an open market right now. It's something it's not done well. So I think I need to clarify that, because maybe people know like financial targets and stuff like that, but they maybe don't know that. And then the other piece is, you know, cultural values. What are your values? And someone said in the last place they had like these commandments that everyone knew kind of off by heart, which I thought was pretty good. And so maybe we should create our own commandments, but I would like it to come from people internally, you know? I don't want it to be me enforcing commandments on them. So that's what I think we'll do, is I'll open the floor up to discussion at the midsummer meet, and we'll go through what the people believe the commandments of this company are. So yeah, that is what I've been working on this week. My head feels like it's overwhelmed with stuff at the minute, so I'm excited for the weekend break. I'm hoping this weather clears up. This has been Out of the Box. Thank you for watching.